Roll the corn. We know the truth now. Peace to my beautiful people from this beautiful land. I love you and I'm in love with you. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Put where you're from and put the corn in the chat. Put where you're from and put the corn in the chat. Rashida, what up? California in the building. Roll the corn. Mickey, what up? Atlantean Highlander, roll the corn. Daryl Harden, love you, I'm in love with you. Roll the corn. Follow Daryl Harden. Liny. Keep the receipts rolling. Respect my kicks. Alabama, Mickey. E-Money, what up, brother? Farmers Bloodline. Y'all sent some hell of a receipts yesterday to my email. Y'all sent the receipts to the email yesterday. Y'all wasn't playing. Y'all the receipt guys, man. I ain't got no receipts compared to y'all. Y'all sent some stuff yesterday. I was like, whoa. Appreciate y'all with the email yesterday, man. Detroit in the building. Noble, what up? Y'all sent the receipts. I was like, crazy. Now, today, I'm going to get back to the basics. Like, I'm going to start all the way back with the basics because I'm so far out of there right now. I got to go back to the basics so my new people on my page can understand where the knowledge comes from, right? When you understand where the knowledge comes from, they can't lie to you no more. You can decipher anything, right? You can know the truth about anything. They can't give you no alien God and no alien extraterrestrial God. They can't give you that no more when you know the truth, right? They can't give you that mess, right? Love you know I'm in love with you, roll the corn. Now, when you get back to the basics and understand what your ancestors were doing, really what they really was trying to pass down to their people that other people took, then you understand mythology. Then you understand religion. Then you understand everything else that comes from what they was originally teaching, right? So let me give you an example. Now they talk about this Anunnaki god, Anunnaki, Sumerian, Assyrian. He's the god of agriculture. You see that? See, some people know the truth. He is a god of agriculture. Seed, corn, wings, over the horizon, stars, astrology, god of agriculture. That's where it starts, people. That's where it all starts at, right? We are using symbols to show that a certain entity that comes from star alignments taught you about agriculture first. Everything else is after that, right? I'm finna show you. Everything else is after that. Now, if you base your learning in agriculture with ancient cultures, then you understand what they're trying to teach. Then they can't lie to you. They can't say this is that and that is this, right? So if he's the god of agriculture, automatically, this comes from a people who done agriculture first. And they took it to other places, right? Because he ain't in, this symbol is not in in Mesopotamia, and it's also in South America. So why is this symbol in South America and in Mesopotamia? Who done it first? Right? But when you look at it, you see the corn right in his hand. So there's not no pine cone. That's corn. So therefore, they're telling you where the knowledge came from and who are the first agriculture people. It's just that simple. These ain't no aliens. These are beings, regular people, who were labeled a god because they knew things that other people didn't know during these times, right? So when you pop up and feed everybody, you start to understand. Let's go to the history. Roll the corn. Let's get to the history. Now, agricultural spiritualism, or the spirit of agriculture, refers to the idea that the concepts of food production and consumption and the essential spiritual nature of humanity are linked. Its teachers like spirituality is inherent to human consciousness. It perhaps a product, it is perhaps a product of it and is accessible to all who cultivate it. The associated with agriculture includes such agriculture metaphors, cultivating the language used by most mystics across history. Now, not saying our people wasn't spiritual before the boom of agriculture started, not saying that. I'm saying when it started, that's when our spirituality got closer to the Most High, right? You and nature takes you to the Most High. That is the closest to the Most High you gonna get farming, because it's natural. It's all natural. It's going with the elements. It's going with the earth. It's aligned with the stars. This is how you become enlightened in ancient times. Not just trying to kick no knowledge about everything. You become enlightened after you learn the knowledge to feed your people, right? The knowledge of building. You learn everything from the planet and you take that knowledge and you become enlightened. Let's keep going. Followers of the idea, the following reasons to justify the link. Agriculture was a preoccupation of the majority of the population of the world at the time of major scriptures of the continuing religions were compiled. Agriculture was the preoccupation of the majority of the population of the world at the time that the major scriptures of these books of religions were compiled. Agriculture wrote them books, right? The stories that go along with different agriculture people are in them books. The stories that go along with the metaphors of how to live your life come out of agriculture teachings, right? They turn an agriculture teaching to a metaphor of life. Farming teaches you life, how to be patient, how to do things right. If you don't do it right, you're not going to have a good harvest. Let's keep going. The approach that agriculture takes to creating optimal conditions for production of its harvest is the same as the recommended by the traditional religions. Do you hear that? Do you hear that now? The approach that agriculture takes to creating the optimal conditions for production of its harvest is the same that recommended by traditional religions by producing insight or wisdom. You get religion from following Ma'at for a good harvest. This teaches you how to be good, patient, virtuous people. You can't rush nature. You can't rush nature. You can't get over on nature. Money can't buy nature to make your crop come. You can't spend enough money, right? So this is all pure. This is a pure learning when you're out there, right? You are learning purely. You can't pay the plant to grow. You can't pay the ground to be chemic. You can't pay it to rain. So materialism has nothing to do with you being a great person, right? Now, after the harvest, you get religion. Historically, the adoption of agriculture liberated part of the population to focus on understanding of spirituality. By understanding spirituality, agriculture spiritualism addresses the questions regarding ethics in agriculture. The ethics in agriculture gave you your ethics of how to live, right? That's where our ancient ancestors thrived. That's why they were different. When I am in tune with nature, I understand the minerals. I understand the lakes, the rivers. I understand the soil, the plants, the trees, the stars. And after I do that for so long, I start to figure out free energy. I start to figure out what metals can conduct electricity. I start to figure out what metals I can use to make different things, or what stone I can use to make structures. What's the hardest? What's the softest? Now you're going through, this is ancient science. Ancient science, how to stack multiple stones to make structures. Now I am becoming in tune with nature to the point to where I understand when the wind blows, when the water moves, what the moon doing, what the stars doing. This is what made our people different from everybody else. The enlightenment of nature, right? Starting with food. Because without food, you don't even have the energy to build pyramids. Ain't nobody starving building no pyramid, people. Fuck all that giant alien story. That's bullshit. Somebody had to get fed to lay them bricks on them pyramids. Simple. Let's get back to reality now. These ain't no aliens coming down, don't need no food, just building pyramid. Nah, that's foolishness. Roll the coin. Now, it serves as a method for communication, right? Agriculture ethics serves as a method for communication and building a relationship between the spirit of the land and the spirit of the people through everyday practice. Now, I hate to say this, but I gotta say it. They want to teach you your spirit is coming from out of there, the sky. No. They want to teach you everything come from the sky so you forget about what's under your feet. Oh, your spirit come from way up there. Your spirit come from Nibiru. Spirit come from the moon. No. Your spirit come from the land on the planet where your people at. The spirit of the land and the spirit of the people through everyday practice. You get hooked to that land you cultivated and get spiritual because that becomes a part of your everyday practice. I'm gonna give you an example. If you go to work at the same job for 30 years and you sit beside a person for 30 years, you learn their life, you learn everything about them people, and over time you become spiritually connected with that person you worked with for 30 years with. Now when you retire, y'all are best friends, right? If my people work these lands for thousands of years, you become spiritually connected to that land and the people that you work that land with. That's where they come from, right? We always talking about spirituality. This is how they broke our spirituality by moving us off of our ancestral land. Think about it. You break us people's spirit, you put them in a whole new place, they start all the way over. But our spirit didn't break fully because we kept going. But the big connection, we lost. Think about it now. We're going to make y'all move off this agricultural land in the southeast. You got to go to Oklahoma. You got to move up north. You got to move. And your ancestors buried in mounds right there on the land they making you move from. That's a spiritual break, people. That's one of the reasons why we in the condition we are in today. Because your ancestors made it easier for you on the land. The crops are already there. The house already there. You already own the land. You own a piece of the river. You got a food storage. The wisdom of the land in your spirit is taught right there on your land. When you break that, you create a lost people. Telling you what I know. Roll the coin. Now you think about this. Why do all these other cultures come to America? They're not in tune with their homeland, people. Them Africans and Arabs and all these YT people can say whatever they want to say. If y'all was so in tune with y'all land, you wouldn't have never left it. You wasn't in tune with it. You ain't from there. You didn't cultivate it. You didn't build. So therefore, you come to a land where you can somehow get spiritual off the land. Because ain't no spiritualism in the Middle East. You get them folks a chance to come to America, they coming. No matter how many times they pray a day, they still coming. They leaving their land. They know their land is not the land of the promised. Africans will get on that boat and bring their ass over here right from the village right now today. If you love your land so much, why you won't stay at home? Right? Why you think our people sit here and put up with this stuff? We know we not finna go no other land and prosper. Even though they make it hard for us here, we know we not finna go to Africa and prosper. Anybody with a brain know that. We know the truth now. Go to Nigeria. What am I gonna do? What the fuck I'm gonna do? It's not my land. It's not my people. I don't feel no power on these other people's land. Right? So the spirit of the land and the spirit of the people go together. We are the only land like that, people. Because every other land in the world wants to come here. Why? Ask yourself that. Why? Let's keep going. Agriculture is a driving force in everyday aspect of living, on and off Earth's resources. Earth's resources. We ain't getting no resources from outer space. You getting your resources from Earth. Motherfuckers drinking tea from the Earth. Motherfucker eating chicken from the Earth. Yeah, the Earth fed you. The Earth birthed you. The Earth fed you. But we forgot that. White people taught us everything come from outer space. We forgot that the planet took care of us and our ancestors. We forgot it somewhere. We got to remember that. This is the mother you live on. This the great mother. Hunter-gatherers gonna tell you your great mother from outer space. Nah. Hell nah. From the earth we came, from the earth we go back. They don't put you in the ground for nothing. They sure ain't ship our ass out of space, did it? No. Now, living on and off Earth resources. Agriculture was derived from the animalistic and natural forces we feel as humans in order to control the acquisition of use of energy. Now you get into the energy. The energy coming from here. Any action by the feeder, which increases the yield of the food in a given area over the natural yield turns, the particular plant or animal being fostered into secondary energy trap for the feeder, right? The one who then utilizes the additional energy produced. This will all consider with our location and actions being in relation to wherever the cosmos were above and how that energy flows from centers, right, of concentration of regions of diffusion. So wherever you're getting that energy from on the earth, whatever stars in the sky at the time, it go together. The cosmos and what you're doing down here go together. So that marks a time when this happens every year. So I start to write that down. This is where we get astrology from, right? The fall comes, I'm watching the stars. The spring come, I'm watching the stars. The winter, the summer come, I'm watching the stars. And I'm writing it down. Our people did that. In ancient time, this is the only reliable calendar that we have. The stars. That's why the stars is so important. It's the only thing that's true. It ain't gonna lie to you. It's gonna tell you whatever going on, whatever time of the year, right? And you keep that going, right? Roll the coin. Agricultural rituals that have spiritual origins, such as European, Christian, and pagans, drew their methods from myths, imagery, and ritual practices from ancient religions of Greece, Egypt, Mesopotamia, Ireland, and more, or from contemporary polytheistic traditions such as Hinduism or Afro-Caribbean religions. Now, agricultural rituals that have spiritual origins. Now, this is an agricultural ritual. If the locusts come in from the east and eat your crop, that's an agricultural ritual. So now we start to wear red beads with locusts. The red beads represents evil. Keep evil away. Keep the locusts away from eating my crop. Somebody done that first. You find red locusts in the mounds on the Mississippi River, made out of red jasper, older than Egypt, for protection of crops from getting ate by locusts. Red locusts were found at Poverty Point, Watson Break, bees that went around our people's neck. That's not African. Now, that becomes a teaching in the Bible, right? The locust swarm, right? Going from agriculture all the way to religion, the same thing. You get it? We war for this. Now, locusts coming in eating your crop is evil in the Bible. It's one of the deadly plagues of the Bible, right? That's where they get this from. Now, somebody took that information and all of the other agriculture information to Europe, to Greece, to Egypt, to Mesopotamia, to Ireland. These are the so-called Ivri or the Hebrew. These are the so-called Atlantean. So when you understand what these people are doing, you see it in its oldest form in mound building. right? Why do you think Egypt is sophisticated as it is? Because it already been mound building for thousands of years, stone building for thousands of years before they ever built a pyramid on the Nile. So the mound builders are the original Ivri, Atlantean, Mu, Lemurian, whatever you want to call them, right here in America. We got the oldest agricultural rituals. Let's keep going. The outlook on agriculture as a whole is purposeful to connecting the essence of the spiritual roots to modern day farming practices upheld by farming, right? Biological nature while implementing sustainability. While practicing agriculture spiritualism, farmers value altruistic goals like peace and happiness. We learn to pursue peace and happiness rather than success. We seek harmony amongst things economic, social, and spiritual, not maximums or minimums. By following the spiritual outlook, farmers are focused on adequate results, only utilizing resources for basic needs of a necessary income to keep it going, right? So what they're telling you is this made the ancient culture happy, people, right? They were happy. It wasn't none over their head. Wasn't no bills piling up. They were self-sufficient. They were pursuing peace and happiness rather than success. Now we pursue success instead of peace and happiness. You lose your peace and happiness chasing success, right? But if you're doing it for peace and happiness, then you become successful. It all aligns with nature, right? So you do it for peace and happiness. Do something you really like. It's not work for you. Then it becomes success because you're doing something you love and it's not work. Let's keep going. That's fire. They are able to implement more reasonable usage of resources and be in harmony with nature. Following agriculture spiritualism ideas is believed to create a more sustainable farming environment around the world, which allows for sustainable, desirable quality of life. This means being environmentally responsible, farming in harmony with future generations, being good stewards of finite resources for an infinite future. There you go. This is what our ancestors were doing. They were farming in harmony for the future generations and raising good stewards after what they already learned for an infinite future. We're going to pass the knowledge down as we build, and you will become self-sufficient as a steward or a descendant of your ancestors. We're going to make it easier for you. We're going to teach you. We're going to give you the land. You just learn it from us, and you move on and you teach it to the next generation. By therefore doing it like this, we give our people hope. We give our people self-sufficiency. Nobody is over you. You are in peace and harmony on your land, farming with your own resources. Fire. They cared about their descendants down the line. When you break us from our land, we forget this. This real peace and happiness. Our people can leave this planet knowing that their descendants are going to be okay. That's why your heart is lighter than a feather. Because you cared about your people that much to teach them. Knowing they're going to be okay on something you already cultivated for them before they became adults is power, people. That's the most powerful thing we can do on the planet. Knowing my child is going to be okay when I'm gone is the most powerful thing on the planet. Knowing my sister, my brother, my uncle, my grandmothers, whenever we leave here, because we don't know, going to be okay. No matter what day I leave, we're going to be okay. That's what made us kings. A hunter-gatherer in ancient times don't care nothing about nothing. Don't care nothing about no child he had running in the cave or his mama or uncle or none of that. They just start caring about their people in the last couple of 100 years. Come on now, stick with me. Let's keep going. Now, quality of life. Now, practices related to agriculture spiritualism are being implemented in countries like Thailand and India. In India, agriculture spiritualism is rooted in ideas based off Mahatma Gandhi, right? Gandhi is teaching ancient agriculture spiritualism. That's why he a monk. That's why he is in meditation. From the ancient, he still knows the ancient code because Mahatma Gandhi learned it from ancient knowledge, right? Manner of reflect of a nonviolent agriculture culture, along with good food that is not reflected in industrial agriculture practices. Gandhi focuses on the social needs of village India. For example, his successors implemented those practices through farm ashrams. Ashrams are spiritual centers and communities in these farm rams, which emphasize the dignity of human labor and promote bread, the breaking of bread between companions, right? It's ancient teachings. Let's go here. The program in Thailand is called Moral Rice, connects farmers with spirituality through Buddhism while practicing organic farming. Now, Buddha is all over the artifacts. Some type of Buddha entity is on the artifacts of the Mississippian culture. That's a fact. He all on shells and everything. Right? This is how India gets this knowledge of agriculture spirituality. Through Buddhism. Because Buddhism comes from here. It's a form of agriculture teaching. Why our ancient culture in America got Buddha on artifacts? Yin and yang on artifacts. We created it, balance and harmony. That is Ma'at. Then it gets to India and Thailand. It don't come from there. It's taught through our people moving around the world with their knowledge, right? Roll the coin. Let's keep going. Now, its presence in religion. Roll the coin. It is common throughout the region to observe and recognize how their religion interpretations of their surrounding have encouraged the development and emphasis on agriculture as a community. Christian European missionaries would come to Africa in order to spread religion, but ended up spreading the teaching of agriculture and its impacts on society. Nature was more powerful. But nature was always more powerful than religion. But you must understand, the religious people got tired of it. They wasn't winning. The religious people wasn't winning, right? The religious people wasn't winning with religion. So they had to drive out the nature's people. Now, how crazy is this? You drive out the original Hebrew of nature, takes his teaching and turns it into religion, and come back and teach it just like the nature's people. You can't join them. You can't beat them. You got to join them, right? But you get rid of the originals and you put your spin on it to make it your information, right? What's up with the mustard seed? The mustard seed is an agriculture metaphor. The mustard seed starts out small and it gets large. So faith of a mustard seed is a small seed, and the faith is gonna grow large. That's what a faith of a mustard seed comes from, agriculture. You starting to get it now? Let's keep going. Now, farming as a religious act because of the belief that the Supreme Being has commanded them to till. The Supreme Being has commanded them to till the earth and have dominion over it. This is where we come in at. We are the tillers of the soil in Tamari. Not Africans, not Europeans, not Sumerians. We created the till of the earth. We the ones use the plow and the hoe to to till the earth and have dominion over it as a shepherd. This is what's taught to the Middle East and Africa 5,000 or 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 years ago. Supreme beings commanded by nature to till the earth. This is where you get supreme beings from. It ain't because you think you know some knowledge and you think you smart and you an Egyptologist, I'm a supreme being. Nah, that don't make you no supreme being, nigga. No. All this, you want to wear your Unk cross and put your shit over your eye like horns. It don't make you supreme. Want to rub your bowl and talk like goddamn Professor Griff, whatever the fuck his name is, and all of that shit. That don't make you supreme. You reign supreme when you till the earth. This what made Egypt what it was. This when you get supreme. You know the earth knowledge. You don't get supreme because you know the earth knowledge, then you learn the astrology. You put it together, you reign supreme for agriculture. And you till that soil. Now, when I go back into the old books, Africans did not till the soil. They want to teach you this supreme beings come from Africa. Nah. When I go back into the old books, they didn't till no soil. They threw a little wheat out there, but that ain't tilling the soil. Flipping the soil at a specific time of year is Hebrew, people. Roll the corn. Tilling the soil roll the corn. Let me show y'all. In Hebrew teachings, tilling the soil from Genesis 2:15 is understood both literally and spiritually. Literally, it signifies human role as caretaker of the earth, using the Hebrew word avad to work to serve the earth. That's what make you a Hebrew. That's what I've been trying to teach people for long as I've been on this internet. That's what they don't understand. They think it's our religion. It ain't religion. It ain't the Bible, bro. It ain't the book. It's your connection to the planet. The book got wrote later on, so I don't want to hear nothing about no bloodlines and we lost tribe. No, we not lost. How we lost in our agriculture fields stretch all the way across America with mounds. We ain't lost. We right at home. We might not be on our specific, precise ancestral land, but we at home, nigga. So, let me show y'all this. So y'all won't think I'm just, let me see. Grass, I gotta remember where I was at. Let me show y'all this. This what make you a supreme being right here. Tilling the soil, literally and spiritually, signifies human role in caretaker of the earth, the planet. Represent a life of active spiritual labor and faithfulness. The act of filling represents diligence and the breaking up of the hardened ground of sin. The hardened ground is sinful. To produce a spiritual harvest, that's the truth. That ground hard out there, you sinning. That's the only sin we had. Now YT people in hunter-gatherer got 84 sins. Now you're sinning. You know you're sinning. You're sinning. Sin everywhere now. Sin. The only sin was your ass ain't tilled the earth and made it produce. Okay. Roll the coin. Where I was at. Let me see. Thailand, more rice, and the supreme being. Till the earth. Parallel to control that the supreme beings has over them as humans or mortal beings. Everything done is in respect to the powerful one, and that has blessed the people of the land with the gift of food and essentially energy itself and life itself. See, we forgot that. This is what we forget. All that extraterrestrial, super outer space knowledge, you ain't even connected to the planet. Your ancestor were these people who did this. And that's 100% facts. Tilling the soil. Genesis 2:15. Read it. Now, what your grandmama and them were doing? What was your grandmama and them doing? Tilling that damn soil. Tobacco, cotton. Ain't no fucking slavery without us. Ain't no prisoners of war without us. Ain't shit growing in the field without us. Hunter-gatherers got rich off us. Our land, our agriculture, knowledge, and spirituality to the land. That's how they steal your energy. People just be talking about this stuff, but you gotta explain it. Your energy was coming from you hooked up to the planet. That's how they steal your energy. That crop that grew that they sold and got rich was selling part of your soul. Back in Europe, tobacco and cotton and corn. We just think I'm out here talking about corn for nothing. Them people made millions and billions of dollars off our land, and then we lost our spirituality when they took it. Now we're just out here scavenging, trying to survive. That's how they suck the energy out of our people. Our hard work, we didn't get the benefits of it. Our ancestors worked on that field for thousands of years, and when the benefit came, we lost it. Now your energy gone. You're trying to find your way. They had already found the way for us. You get it now? This is how they harvest your energy. Now, think about this. Why do you think they call it harvest the energy? Why do you think they call it harvest the energy? What's the only thing that our people have that nobody else knew? Think about it, bro. What's the only thing our people had that nobody else in the world had? Agriculture knowledge. Beautiful crops, beautiful land. All types of fruits and vegetables and cooking. They harvest your energy through your work on the land. That's why they go back to ancient harvest areas and do they fucking... See, you got to understand what they doing. Why you think they go back and do pagan stuff on top of your ancient culture? Why you think they do that? You think they just doing that just to be out there? They know that they harvested these people that I'm doing this pagan stuff over the top of. Fed us in ancient times. They know it. Gave us all the knowledge to be a great people today. They still trying to harvest the energy from ancient spots today. Why you think they out there on top of the mound trying to harvest the energy? Why you think they at the pyramid trying to harvest the energy? They know the truth. These ancient melanated people's harvest took care of us. Their ancient melanated people's knowledge of the earth and the planet made me sell electricity. Now I work for the electricity company. I sell cigarettes. I sell GMO corn today. Trying to get more out of it. The ancient culture had organic food. You can eat all of it. Now, to speed up the process, only thing evil fucks with nature. When you speed up the process of nature and make corn faster, you evil. Because you don't pose to do that. It's not in the balance of harmony of nature. So they're out there making all that GMO corn, selling it right back. GMO chickens, GMO fucking everything. That's evil. That's the only evil that was going on in ancient times. If you did, let me show y'all something. The only people who are evil on the earth in ancient times is the people who didn't farm. Because they knew they was hungry and scavengers and they would do anything to eat. So therefore, that translated to evil. If you're not a farmer, you never tried to learn it, you evil. Because you hungry and your ass desperate. It's just that simple. Look it up. Look it up in all the ancient books. Yeah, hungry, yeah, evil. You finna do something bad to somebody, bro. Because you hungry and your mind out of there, you whacked out. You don't know where your next meal coming from. You finna do something bad. It's just how I go today, right? Now, roll the corn. Bermuda grasslands, okay. There is also strong religious connection with agriculture within the pagan groups who believe that their connection with the spirits would create a positive relationship with the land. Now do you get it? Pagans are trying to connect to your land during pagan rituals. I can't teach you no better. They know this not their land, people. They know it. They harvest your energy back in the day. And they still trying to harvest it. Now they trying to harvest. Now they trying to switch out the soul, the spirit with the land. That's the second coming of evil. You eat, you get rich off the crops. Now you come back after all the prisoners of war and slavery is over. Now you want to connect your spirit to somebody else's land to finish the pagan ritual. That's why I taught y'all about Trump trying to put a temple in Jerusalem on top of the ancient cultures and kill a red heifer to connect their spirit, them fake Jews, to the real Hebrew land. Now you see why they do that stuff? Kill the red heifer, connect your spirit to the land, because your spirit never been connected to that land because y'all didn't build it originally. Now it ain't gonna work. It's what they believe, though. It's all about what they believe. It's not about if it ain't gonna work, but it's what they believe. What they believe causes suffering of people, right? What they believe causes suffering. That's the only thing that messed it up, Mr. Good Life. What they believe causes bad things to happen to the people are not in their groups. So when they do this stuff, they take our land, they push our people out. Our people get the short end of the stick. They get the big end of the stick. And it still hurts us at the end of the day. Because we still lost our ancestral lands to spiritual, harvesting, blood-sucking individuals. Many rituals surrounding the planting of planting seasons and harvest. Here you go. Planting seasons, spring, harvest, summer solstice, along with corresponding feasts rooted in many early agricultural societies with spiritual expressions. Our season rituals for planting and harvesting crops became their spirituality over time, their religion. All of this practice is all corresponded with the natural cycle of the seasons or the cycle of life, making the process of agriculture cultivation a very spiritual process. The pagans even had specific gods and deities specifically related to earthly matters such as growth and creation. Now you get it. Now, Jesus, he one of those. Simple. I'm just telling y'all the truth. Everything he does comes with an agriculture. Everything he does comes with an agriculture season change. Just like all these other deities. Now you understand it. He was righteous because he was a shepherd. And he lived off the laws of agriculture. That's why he was so righteous in the book. You get it now? Now, teachings of that start to materialize in mythology over time, and it became these entities. Stories of our ancient people's agriculture and ancient people's way of living became these deities over time. Right? Easter is the spring, the resurrection of Jesus, right? The resurrection of Osiris is the same thing in the spring. The rejuvenation of the planet is the resurrection of these deities in the spring. You get it? Roll the coin. That's the truth. Now, historically, it has been noted that the Buddhist community also faced hardship when their focus shifted to materialistic matters. This is where we lost it over here, people. They shifted us to materialistic shit. And we forgot about what really matters. Right? Selfish desire to control nature. This is what the hunter-gatherer does. Buddhist people were able to grow and harvest food easily until they became clouded by the selfish desire to control nature or materialistic matters. So us being materialistic and forgetting about what really matters, we taking L's. Yes. You being selfish, trying to switch nature, changing the organic corn to GMO corn, your ass is trying to control nature. Therefore, you are evil. You are evil. You understand it now? Now, in the original teaching, selfishness to control nature was evil. Materialism was evil in the original teachings. Now, it's flipped. Now it's flipped. It's flipped now. If you ain't got materialism, you damn near evil now. If you ain't selfish and trying to control nature, you damn near, you good. You good if you control the nature now, right? Putting up dams, flooding out cities, that's controlling nature. Now you are a damn, see what I'm saying? They switched it. Now nature's people are doing hoodoo. Nature's people are witches. Everything we done, black is evil. You get it now? Your ancestors making some damn hot toddy for you to not be sick is evil now. All nature's things are evil, and now you got to praise God. See, they switched it on you. Now in the Bible, nature and religion is going back and forth. When you read the Bible again, look at it from that look at the people who are doing self-sufficient nature, getting into it with the religious people. Back and forth. The giants getting into it with the religious people. Yeah, that's what's going on in the Bible. The religious people are overtaking the nature's people. Now they number of religious people now. She a witch. Nah, she ain't no witch. She just used what nature gave her. That's all they had back in the day. They see it, and that's the devil. The devil is the people going against nature, who are materialistic in their soul. Those are the real devils. So if you're sitting there in your nice house and car, looking down on people, being selfish, and you materialistic, you the devil. Because you're going to do whatever it takes to keep that materialism going. Right? And that's what the hunter-gatherers are doing. You lose your spirituality when you chase materialism over your people and over what they taught. When you become selfish, you lose your spirituality. Church can't save it. So all these people trying to run the church, and you already lost your love for the people in the land, church ain't gonna say. You can go in there and dress up and go every Sunday and get them people your money, and you still gonna be the same demon. Because it's bigger than that. Way bigger than that. Roll the corn. Let's keep going. Farming is fundamentally biological. The essence of agriculture begins with conversation of solar energy through the living process of photosynthesis. The food that sustains our lives comes from other living things. If life is sacred, then food and farming must be sacred as well. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Everything is sacred. We are forsaking what is sacred. It's just that simple, right? They control the food. They control our energy. The food that sustains our lives comes from other living things, right? Throughout nearly all of human history, both food and farming were considered sacred, people. Farmers prayed for rain, for production, for protection from pest. Like I told y'all, they prayed for protection against locusts eating the crop. That's evil. And for bountiful harvest, people gave thanks to God for their daily bread. That's what they get. That's what the Bible get that from. Your daily cornbread. Yeah, you give thanks to everything around you for your daily meal. It's just that serious. See, we forgot about this. Back then, people were starving every day, famine all over the world. You got to get back to the truth, right? The truth is, that little piece of cornbread you got, back on the Mississippi River, what started this. As well as for harvest and annual times of Thanksgiving. For many, farming and food are still sacred, but for many more, farming has become just another business, and food just something to eat, something else to buy. Those who still treat food as farming as something sacred may be labeled as old-fashioned, strange, radical, or naive. They want to make you weird when you do what your ancestors do. Oh, you ain't out there at the club eating chicken wings and pouring up you at home growing your garden and taking care of you weird. No, you not weird. No, you not weird. You a steward of the land. You tilled the soil. Therefore, you are a supreme being. You got hunter-gatherers and supreme beings. They wanted to turn us to hunter-gatherers while they took our supreme being knowledge and became supreme beings. Why you think they went straight for the crop fields when they got here? It's by design. They already know to control the land, you must control the food. They went straight for the crop fields, straight for the black belt, straight for the Kemet in the southeast. And who was there? Our people. They went to war for that land. They knew what it was worth. They knew how powerful it was. Them civil wars wasn't fought for no up north and down. Them wars were fought for the crop fields. Because them mounds at them Civil War monuments are on crop fields. A starving motherfucker, I already know he got to get him some crops. I come from Europe where one potato is worth $1,000. So when I get to America and see a field full of potatoes, oh, I want them motherfuckers. I'm finna die about them potatoes. I just bought $1,000 baked potato in England in the 1300s and had to eat that motherfucker a little slice by slice because that was the only one I'm finna get. Then you get your ass over here, potatoes falling out the ground. I'm talking about corn, oranges, lemons, big ass fish, catfish and trout, deer and motherfucking cows everywhere. You just eating a one potato with no damn butter on it. You come over here and get full, Jack. See the difference? We go on the wall over them damn crop fields. Then y'all got them big ass houses out there. Them ain't no plantation houses. Them our houses. Hunter-gatherer ain't built no damn plantation house. That's Big Mama house. What's wrong with y'all? Antebellum. Antebellum my ass. with them columns on there, the Hebrew columns on the front of the house in the middle of the plantation. Ain't y'all shit? None of it, the field or the house. Roll the corn. So you must understand what you looking at while you looking at these plantations. Why are mounds on the plantation? That is ancient cultivated land for our people. Roll the corn. Let's keep going. Look what they done now. They prayed for rain, protection against the pest, from eating their crop, and for a bountiful harvest. This is what the Mississippian done. They gave thanks for daily bread. This is what the Mississippian done. Let's keep going. The first time to reclaim the sacred in food and farming must well be at hand. The trends that have desecrated farming may have even run their course. There is a growing skepticism concerning the claim that more stuff, be it a larger house, a fancier car, more clothes, or more food, will make us more happier or satisfied with life. But that ain't true. There is a growing evidence that when we took out the sacred, we took out the substance and have left our lives shallow and empty. Humanity is beginning to ask new questions. The old questions of how can I get more is being replaced with questions of how can I be more. Roll the corn. The answer of this question, at least in part, is that we must reclaim the spiritual dimension of our lives. But how can we reclaim the spiritual or sacred? The land is first. That's how you reclaim it. Your ancestral land is first. That's how you reclaim it. Roll the corn. It's real as it gonna get now. Ain't gonna get no realer than this. Agriculture produced enough food that people became free to pursue interests other than worrying about what they were going to eat that day. That is what drove your ancestors. We're gonna get back to the motherfucking basics. Fuck all that extra shit. I'm a god flying around and Superman and fuck all that. This is what drove your people to be great. Right there. That first sentence. How can I produce enough food to pursue? If I'm hungry, I can't pursue my interests. I can't learn astrology. I can't build no pyramid. I can't build no tomb. I can't pour no gold 100 feet under the ground and copper and melt bronze and create alchemy and science and pie and watch how fast the earth spins and know what stars these is in every part of the year. I can't do that if I'm hungry. That's why hunter-gatherers didn't create this knowledge. Your ancestors did because they figured it out. They were the smart, the supreme being. And while the other people sat there and watched us, they envied us. They hated us. We got big ass walls up, eating corn and fish every night, dancing around the fire, warm. We got clothes, purple dye, got colors on the clothes. Hunter-gatherers is wrapped in some shit he pulled off the back of a deer. We celebrating the damn spring and the summer. They out there just watching, hungry as a motherfucker. That's why they don't like you today. And they for sure don't like us from America because we created the shit. So therefore, they gonna keep their foot on our back as long as they can because they know who you are. We created all this, bro. The oldest agriculture in the world come from North and South America. That's a fact. Ain't no desert older than us. You can take Samaria and Egypt and Israel and kiss my ass. It's not older than the agriculture over here. Therefore, the spiritualism of agriculture come from here to there, not from there to here. So when you get to trying to teach the truth now about Israel and Joseph in Egypt, that shit is beyond me. That's way after the fact. We taught y'all this shit, bro. Don't give me no secondhand story out of no Bible. When my ancestors really done this stuff. He say the corn is fake. Have you been in my live listening, EX? Yes, GMO corn is fake because white people made it. Your ancestors didn't make your ancestors made the ancient organic corn. White people make the fake GMO corn. Don't put that together. If you don't understand it, you acting like a hunter. Don't do that. Do not do that. Ancient corn fed everybody who built Egypt, everybody who built Samaria. Everything great on this earth was built because of the corn road right there. And it wasn't no fake corn. The fake corn came from the white boy who took the field, learned how to make all the corn male or all female, redone it to grow it faster, and gave it back to you for sale to make more money. If you don't understand it, you lost on the planet. And I hate to talk to my own people like that, but you got to stop saying certain things, bro. You don't know what happened over here? You just up living every day and you don't know what's going on. You don't know this shit turning into plastic, food turning into plastic, bro. They scratching the food out, putting plastic in the food, bro. You don't know that? Let's keep going, man, because these people crazy. Roll the corn. Now, those who didn't need to be farmers took on roles as soldiers, priests, administrators, artists, and scholars. As early civilizations began to take shape, political and religious leaders rose up to rule them, creating classes of haves and have-nots. Hunter-gatherer society generally viewed resources as belonging to everyone. Agriculture led to a system of ownership over land, food, and currency that was not and still not equitable distributed amongst the people. This is what formed cultures, the haves and the have-nots. Your ancestors were the haves, but they wasn't materialistic. They were the haves because they figured out how to feed themselves on a larger scale. Then we can have soldiers and builders and artists and scholars because everybody ain't in the field no more trying to grow no food. We already stockpiled it. Therefore, our civilization grows faster than everybody else's because we have the food to support different occupations. Hell yeah, money grow on trees, copper turtle. That's where it come from. Corn was currency in Samaria. See, this is what they want to teach you, bro. That cuneiform they keep showing y'all, talking about this alien. That cuneiform was wrote down for corn debt. They don't want to teach you that. Them cuneiform tablets, oh, this is alien. This is Incas. No. That cuneiform talking about corn debt. Who owed me some corn around this motherfucker? Because that corn is gold in the desert. Think about it. You think I'm lying, don't you? Truth now just be making shit up. He just be on here talking shit. Receipt God. He just be talking shit. We can't tell him nothing. Nah, you can tell me everything. if it go along with the truth, right? Go along with the truth. You can tell me. I want to learn it. Cuneiform was talking about corn debt is a factual summary of how earliest writing system cuneiform was used to record debts, particularly those involving grain like corn. You thought it was some alien shit, didn't you? You thought the damn alien, you thought Predator wrote that shit. You thought the Predator wrote that, didn't you? Now let's go back, because y'all know I don't play fair when it comes to receipts. I don't play fair with receipts. That's cuneiform, right? Ain't that cuneiform right there? Where it come from? Where did the cuneiform come from? Hebrew. See, this is what they ain't gonna teach you. They try like it's some type of alien language. I can get on there and decipher. I can decipher the Sumerian tablets. Shut your ass up. Nigga, you just trying to decipher through Hebrew. That shit was talking about motherfucker owe me 2 bushels of corn. And I need my motherfucking corn by Friday, nigga. I need my corn by Friday. I'm gonna beat you up. Look, if I don't have my corn by Friday, because I'm starving over here in the desert, I really need to take my ass back home to America. But if I don't have my motherfucking corn by Friday, I'm on your ass. That's the only deciphering you need to see in these damn tablets. Enuma Elish, agriculture. Billy Carson acting like the goddamn Predator wrote the shit. The Enuma Elish, shut your ass up. Uppity ass nigga. Roll the corn. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. I'm so sick of these people, man. These the niggas that they're supposed to lead us back to the promised land. Them the niggas? Nah, they ain't gonna be able to do that. Not teaching that bullshit. Roll the corn. Enuma Elish, huh? Billy? Enuma Elish? Enuma Elish reflects on vital importance of agriculture in ancient Babylonian society. Enuma Elish, trying to sound all smart, trying to sound like you some type of fucking NASA scientist with your goofy ass fucking shirt on. Ancient aliens. The Enuma Elish is talking about Enki coming down on the space shuttle, giving DNA to the monkey man. The monkey man digs the gold. The Enuma Elish reflects on vital importance of agriculture in ancient Babylon. Shut your ass up. That's all you need to say, bro. You ain't got to get on here and try to get no views. You and 19 Key running around looking all goofy and shit. Look, teach the motherfucking truth. All that Muslim shit talking about Muhammad is the prophet. He ain't no motherfucking prophet. Sick of y'all niggas, man. General Seti threw Hebrew babies in the Nile River, bro. You so bopped out on Egypt that you named yourself after a pharaoh that threw Hebrew babies in the Nile. You so bopped out, bro. What's wrong with y'all? You just gonna learn a piece of your people's history, or you gonna learn some alien shit that Arabs made up, Dravidians made that shit up, or you gonna teach the truth? When you gonna start teaching the truth? Y'all got all these goddamn followers on YouTube, and y'all out here teaching these people all this bullshit every day. The big alien giants built the pyramids, walking around with alien blood, green blood. Shut your ass up. The long head of the Paracas, them ain't no aliens, bro. Them the first people on the planet. The planet created those long-headed, tall people, not the aliens. They come from the earth. Why do you think they are the first farmers, the first real Hebrew mound builder. They come from the earth. They understood nature before everybody because they was here longer than everybody. They didn't come from outer space. They're not no fallen angels. Fuck all that story. Them people come from the planet. That's why the creation story is talking about man coming from mound. I have never read a creation story of a baby falling out the fucking sky from my ancestors. Y'all hunter-gatherers made that shit up. Go read about Egypt creation story. It don't say nothing about no goddamn sky. It say your ass come from the Ben. What is the Ben? The mound. Go look at the Maya creation story. The 3 mounds of the Maya. Go read it. The 3 mounds on the turtle back. 3 mounds on the turtle back. Timeri Turtle Island. Go read it. Go look at the Mississippian teaching. Ishki. The mound, the mother mound of creation. Your ancestors ain't told you nothing about no motherfucker flying from Nibiru. Who told you that? A white boy. So how you believe all these white folks is lying to you, but you go back and teach their ancient history? You a big contradiction to yourself. They lying to the government getting over on me today, but I'm going to go back and teach the government a white boy knowledge from 1920. That's stupid. Ain't that stupid? You don't believe in them people, but you go teach their knowledge. Anunnaki is white people's knowledge, bro. Arab, Dravidian, white folks' knowledge. They don't know who built that shit. They don't know nothing about them, so they call them extraterrestrials. Supreme beings. I just told you who the supreme being was. The first agriculture people are the supreme beings. This is what makes them supreme. You reign supreme because you can feed your people. Not because you fell out the damn sky. No. No. Or you think you no, this white folk shit. Y'all take that shit back over there to the Middle East, bro. Roll the corn. Why you think Muslims are blowing up ancient melanated people's structures over in the Middle East? Why do you think Muslims are blowing up ancient melanated people's structures in the Middle East? Because they hate you. They hate your culture. They call it pagan. They know they didn't build it. If they knew they built it, they wouldn't blow it up, right? They teach you ISIS hates America. Why does ISIS hate America? Why do they teach you ISIS hate America? Because they know that American bloodline is what built their first cities. That's why they don't like Americans. And everything your ancient culture built on their land, they putting bombs to it right now. Blowing that shit up. Truth now lying again. Receipts. ISIS blows up ancient spot. That's all you got to do. Ancient spots in the Middle East. Yeah, that's all you got to go do. I thought they were their ancestors built it. Huh? Huh? You gonna learn today. ISIS systematically targets and destroys numerous ancient sites. Why they doing that? Museums and places of worship. Why they doing that? Because they know they didn't build it. They know they didn't build it. Who blow up their own ancestor shit? Now, if your ancestor built this right here, why are you blowing it up? If your ancestor built this beautiful temple, why are you blowing it up? Because you didn't build it, you hunter-gatherer. And when I tell people that the Hebrew is from America, they looking at me crazy. They know who them people is. We don't know. That's why they don't like America. They'll come over here and make all our money, though. Act like they like you. But at home, they blowing up Timeri Hebrew columns all over the Middle East. You learn how the world works now? Your ancient culture is hated, people. They hate it. You be like, damn, why them folks don't like us, bro? Damn, they don't like us nowhere, bro. They know your ass is the original Hebrew. Even Hitler said it. Even Adolf told you were the original Hebrew from America. y'all ain't gonna read Adolf's book. The one come from Germany? Oh, that man on there. Oh, man. America got the jewels of God under their damn thumb, man. The jewels of God. Adolf Hitler told you who you were. The Negroes of America, the jewels of God. God's jewelry. You better go read that shit. I'm trying to. All right. Roll the call. Where I was at. Now, roll the coin. Went through that. Now, you create enough food to eat, then you get all these other occupations to build civilizations, right? That's why Egypt is so big on what it was. Everybody was eating. We got a chance to build all these beautiful monuments. You think Egypt would build all them beautiful monuments on some hungry stomachs? Nah. All that beautiful stone and it? Nah, them folks fool over there. Pharaohs was eating the corn of Osiris. You never heard of that, have you? The corn of Osiris, the sweet corn. They ate it as a snack, the pharaohs. The corn of Osiris. You think that shit ain't got nothing to do with here? You want to. Let's keep going. Depleted farmland and changing climate sets the stage for periodic famines through Europe in the 13 to 1850. This is when they bring their ass over here. They was already starving. The dance of death conveys the fragility of life during this period in Europe. Hungry as a motherfucker. Agriculture may have made civilizations even possible, people. Them people were starving over there. That's why they over here loving it. Spiritual significance. Farming can be spiritual practice that connects people to the divine through the act of planting, growing, and harvesting. This is how you get divine in the first place. Not because you get on the internet acting like you smarter than nobody. I'm a divine bitch. No, that ain't where they come from. Spirituality can help farmers be more compassionate, especially when dealing with challenges like pest and failure. Farmers can develop an emotional attachment to their land they work, feeling like it's a part of them and their history. We lost our history when we lost our land. It's deep. It's deep, but I gotta tell it the way it is. Faith-based agriculture can emphasize the importance of community. Faith-based agriculture can help address environmental challenges like climate change and biodiversity loss. The scripture can be used to illustrate spiritual truths related to farming. The scripture, the Bible scripture, such as the idea that humans work the soil, but God brings the yield. Now you start to understand what's going on. This is the truth. If it don't fit the narrative, it's a lie. Just that simple. If it don't fit that narrative, it is a lie. Ancient scriptures, right? Highlights the importance of caring for the earth. This is what the first Bible was written for. To show you how to care for the earth and yourself and your people. Then they switched it to a god. The ancient Indian medicinal practice involves sending loving energy to plants through meditation. You meditate with the plants in nature. Loving energy to the plant so you can eat the plant and the plant love your ass back. You ain't out there just meditating, just to be humming. That ain't what that's for. You connecting to the plants the wind, the trees. So when you bring that back and put it inside your body, it went out loving, it came back loving. See what's going on? This the truth, people. That's what Buddha out there, that's why Buddha like this. That's why Buddha like this. Buddha ain't just like that talking about no spirituality. Buddha like that trying to make nature connect with himself so he can use nature to heal himself. Buddha just ain't out there capping, acting like he just all spiritual. That ain't what Buddha doing. Roll the corn. Come on now. Now we got a list of agriculture gods. And every damn Celtic, everything. Celtic, Greek, Voodoo, Hindu, Greek, Canaanite, Dagon. Canaanite is I thought Dagon was Anunnaki. See how these people be lying to y'all and shit? Dagon, Anunnaki God. Oh, no, Dagon is the corn, the nigga who bought the corn. Yeah, that's Dagon, the motherfucker who bought the corn with the fish man over the water. That's Dagon. Ain't no motherfucker Anunnaki. Dagon is Canaanite. Why is our Dagon teaching the God of the Anunnaki? You better start asking yourself some of these questions. I already taught you this. Them our people. The people who brought that knowledge to that area first is our people. I thought Dagon was Anunnaki, alien giants. It's Canaanite. Canaanite is English. With a C, with a K is Hebrew. The K is older than the C. The Indians of America were saying Canaan with a K. Now when you get across the water, it's Canaan with a C, which is English. The K is older. Dagon come from our people. You get it now? I got the receipts of the Indians talking about Canaan with a K, which is older than Canaan teachings. Canaan is the second coming of Canaanites. Canaan is the first land. The Creek Indians were saying Canaan. You know why? Because Muskogee go back to Moshe, which means Moses, which means some Hebrew type of words. See, people don't know that. Moshe, Mashika, Muskogee, all this shit Hebrew. You thought there was some American Indian names? There's Hebrew that became American Indian names. The first ones. You get it now? How you think you got here? How you think you could say you an American Indian today? That ain't the beginning of the knowledge. Your ancient ancestors got Hebrew tribe names. That's how you a Choctaw. That's how you a damn Creek. A Muskogee. That's how you a Yamasee. The words is Hebrew. Yam is C in Hebrew. Shah and Shatar, all this Hebrew. Muskogee is Hebrew. Akmogi is Hebrew. Sagullah, Gullah is Hebrew. You think Gullah African? Sagullah is where they got Gullah from. Sagullah is truth lying again. Now I gotta put out some receipts. Sagullah. Talking about this shit, some Africans. Man, get the fuck out of here. These words come right from my land. Man, you don't get your ass out of here talking about the Gullah Geechee. show y'all who the Gullah Geechee is. So you can end all this crazy stuff. Sagullah, Hebrew, a treasured possession, a peculiar treasure. God's chosen people in the Bible. Gullah people. Stop playing. Did you know this? That God's chosen people are called the Gullah? The treasures, the jewels of God? Okay. Gullah Geechee. The Sagullah living on the Ogeechee River. Where is the Geechee River? Where is the Geechee River? The Geechee River is in Georgia. It sure ain't in Nigeria. Get your mind right. Let's keep going. Stop playing. Dagon is Canaanite. Talking about some damn Galil et Dagon. Roll the coin. Look at all these deities, all agriculture. Right? Right? I don't even want to talk about Osiris. Now watch this. Osiris was the judge and the Lord. The Lord of the dead and the underworld, the Lord of silence. Kinti Amentua. This is what I want y'all to study. The foremost of the Westerners. The old kingdom. In the old kingdom, the pharaohs considered the son of God Ra. But I want you to look at Kinti Amentua, the foremost of the Westerners, the chief of the Westerners. Osiris is the chief of the Westerners. He is the foremost of the Westerners. The Westerners are Tamaricans. That's what they're speaking of. Kinti Amentua is the chief or the foremost of the Westerners. Go research it. They don't even come from Egypt. Osiris don't even, that shit, the corn of Osiris, I just told y'all. Pharaohs were eating the corn of Osiris from the West. Come on, man. Let's keep going. Osiris, right? Fertility and the deity of agriculture. He's an agriculture deity for the spring. This is a teaching, people. It's a teaching. Deeply with the timeless harvest season. His role is instructing humanity in the arts of cultivation of agriculture. That's what made Egypt what it was. The teaching come from here, over there, made Egypt what it was. Cycle of the harvest was a what? Testament to divine beneficence. You learning that knowledge of agriculture made you divine. Not because you around here thinking you goddamn a jaguar and all that old shit. I'm thoughtful. I'm a jaguar. I'm a fly. No, it ain't making you divine, big dog. That's how I know y'all be faking and shaking on the internet. You don't even know where this shit come from. I'm a jaguar. Rawr, rawr, nigga. Rawr. Jaguar god. Rawr. Jaguar's an underworld deity. What the fuck are you trying to be the jaguar for? Rawr. Jaguar. White boy jaguars. White jaguars. Rawr. Get the fuck out of here. I'm sick of y'all. Roll the coin. Now, Sumerian cosmology. Tammuz emerges as the god of agriculture and vegetation, dwelling on the earth as an agriculturalist. You see this, you think of alien Anunnaki. I think of agriculture deities. His stories resonate across cultures. uniting agriculture and the concept of rebirth in a cyclical significance. The Adonis-like figure rotates in the Sumerian myth, dwelling of the earth of an agriculturalist and a shepherd. We got to get back to the truth. Dagon, the Canaanite, Dagon is Semitic. Yeah, y'all always talking about Semitics. It's a Semitic language. Aramaic and Sanskrit. In Hebrew, it's Semitic. Yeah, Semitic, nigga. Because Dagon is Semitic. And Dagon is Canaanite. Yeah. This the land of Canaan right here. Right? So if Dagon is Canaanite, right there, and this is Canaan, the Semitic languages come from here, nigga. What the fuck wrong with y'all? This shit ain't even that hard. Shit ain't that hard, bro. You can just make it hard. They don't be studying. They just be making shit up trying to sound cool. This shit ain't hard, bro. The Semitic languages are agriculture languages, bro. The agriculture people created Hebrew. That's why the first damn letter in Hebrew is the ox to pull the plow, which is the beginning, which is a aleph. We created them languages. Aramaic comes off our ancient language going into Sanskrit. That shit don't even come from over there, bro. When you research it like that, you will find the truth. I promise you. I wish I do the pod. I don't even do podcasts. I just do my live and put it on YouTube. I just keep it simple. I ain't got nobody to talk to. These niggas don't want to talk to me. They want to keep pushing the lies and the religion and the gods and the aliens. They don't want to talk the truth. They want to keep being Moors and they don't want to put me on that. You do not want to put me on your Muslim podcast, bro. Because I'm going to tell y'all that Mecca came from the return, the pilgrimage to the black soil for the corn. That's where you get Mecca from, Islamic people. The pilgrimage to the black soil, which is the black box. Makkah and Mecca. Makkah is corn. Mecca is the same damn thing coming from Makkah. It was done over here first. Y'all turned it into a religion and made up a man-made prophet. Ain't gonna put me on your show. You're not gonna put truth on your damn show talking like that and you a Muslim? Make you look stupid. Roll the cord. You're not gonna bring no real nigga on the show. Come on now. You gotta put all these fakers and shakers on the show to keep the lie going. Right? Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, man. You gonna keep on putting damn Billy Carson on there and 19 keys and got these other goofy niggas. Keep putting them on there. You're not gonna put me on there. I'm gonna tear all that shit down. Now, the pilgrimage to Makkah, the term Mecca in relation to corn, maize, is an etymological link, as the Indian name for corn is Makkah. This name is believed to have originated from the city of Mecca. Why is the Indian name for corn Makkah? Then y'all got the pilgrimage to Mecca. Man, get y'all ass out of here. Our ancient ancestors took pilgrimages back to the mounds, back to the four corners in the southwest of America, back up there to Utah, where the Aztecs live, back to Mexico, back to the mounds in Alabama, back to the mounds in Georgia, Mississippi, Louisiana. Whichever way you were closer to, we took a pilgrimage back to the black soil of maca, the corn. So when somebody takes their knowledge over to the desert, now hunter-gatherers are doing a pilgrimage to Mecca with a black box, which signifies the black soil. Let's keep going. Dagon, the goddess of grain, huh? All this goddess of grain, all this Babylonian fertility, right? Fish. This is our knowledge coming over as a fish god. See the corn on his head? Look at the hat. The damn corn on his hat. They ain't gonna do all the saint symbol. That's corn. You see what's going on? Who bought the knowledge over there? Now the Pope wearing it. You get it now. You get it. You get it. Enki. Enkidu. Sumerian god of canal, ditches, and farming. Interesting. Let's keep going. Axamama. Potatoes, goddess of potatoes. See what's going on out here, bro? Planting and harvesting. It's the same teaching with different names all over the world. Same thing, same shit. Goddess of nourishment, a goddess of plenty, and a female aspect of corn. Aztecs. Then you got Coco Pelli with the dreads in his head going around America teaching Native Americans how to farm, playing the flute. Coco Pelli with the dreads in his head going around America teaching Native Americans how to farm. Come on now. You starting to understand this now. We had a covenant with nature to teach agriculture. We did. That turned into a biblical covenant of God. But first the covenant was to teach hunter-gatherers agriculture. Because we was in tune with nature to teach everybody on the planet. But that plan didn't work out. The plan didn't work because them people started attacking us. They weren't trying to learn how to grow nothing. They want to take something. Same way you give your money out, try to teach somebody how to do something. They don't never want to learn it. They just want to keep taking your money. So now we got to go to war with these people all over the earth. We come in peace. That's our teaching. We come in peace. But we don't leave in peace because y'all not peaceful people. You get it now? We didn't complete the mission because they wouldn't let us complete the mission. If everybody would have stayed with the plan, we would be living in paradise on the earth. That's how powerful this information is, people. If our people would have taught all hunter-gatherers and everybody would have stuck to the code, where nobody get greedy and fucking materialistic, we would all be living in paradise on the planet. That's why I put so much pressure on people teaching our knowledge. Because if you're not teaching that right there, you're not teaching the right thing. Right? If you're teaching their knowledge over our knowledge, you're not teaching the right thing. We came in peace to teach you how to survive. And you got jealous of us and started attacking and unaliving our people and stealing our castles and farms and stealing our knowledge. Let's keep going. We almost home. Agriculture, a central part of lives in ancient Israelites. And the Hebrew Bible is full of references to farming and land. We are these people. See, you think it's religious. This was just being in tune with nature first. Was the foundation of the Israelites' national life, and the state and temple of Palestine were both built on it. So Palestine and Jerusalem was built on an agricultural foundation with mound building cultures. Now you get it? Then hunter-gatherers move in and act like it's their land and fight over it. Dagon is a Hebrew word for corn. And I'm done. That's all I got to show you, bro. If you can't take that knowledge and decipher these hunter-gatherers, that's everything you need to know. Who was there first? What was they doing? What the hell was going on around the planet? That word come from here. Hebrew language come from here. This proves it. What the fuck? The first agriculture deity come from here, teaching other people knowledge. We built them columns. We built them pyramids. We built everything beautiful in ancient times from the gun. They will teach you this is a Middle Eastern word. No. That motherfucker come from Timeri, created by Timericans. Then when I break down all the ancient words and ancient teachings of names of places, it's all Hebrew over here. His Paradise. Hispaniola was once called His Paradise. That ain't no Creole. There's fruit and vegetation. Para is Hebrew. Des. Fruit and vegetation creates paradise. Them islands were named Hebrew words, people. Not no fucking wee. No. His Paradise became Hispaniola in Latin and Spanish. So you can go listen to them other fools if you want to, right? Them niggas don't know what the hell they talking about. It sounds slick. See, a slick talking ass nigga. See, in Mississippi, we talk real slow, but we thinking real fast. See, that's where you got us fucked up at down south. We talking slow, but we think 10 times faster than a hunter-gatherer. You couldn't survive in the silk with the foolishness, bro. You let them Mississippi niggas know you playing on their intelligence, they might can't even talk English. They gonna do your ass bad because you playing with their... You ever heard you playing with a motherfucking intelligence? You can hurt my body before you play with my intelligence. That's ultimate disrespect. See, you don't ever heard nothing like that. You ain't from the real trenches. It's just you talking about some white boy shit. Right? You ain't from them motherfucking, them boy that don't talk, they just bust heads. Roll the corn. Perry is Hebrew, fruit. This the land of the Hebrews, big dog. Now watch this. Des comes from the she. The she. Yeah. New grass, green herb, vegetation, sprouting vegetation, paradis, sprouting fruit. Paradis became paradise. Okay. That ain't no motherfucking Creole. Ain't no Ottoman Empire nowhere near that. Kodesh, Holy Land. Now, why is the islands named after originally the Hebrews? Because that's who was there first. The mound building culture or the Hebrews. Don't you get this confused. Now, when somebody come back after them and try to claim their greatness, they are a fucking agent. Ain't no way around it. If you try to claim they language something else, if you try to claim the empire built the building, because the mound builders are the people who evolved to build them Tartarian style buildings. If you try to claim anything other than that, the ancient culture who actually built that stuff, you the police, nigga. And I ain't got no love for the police. I wouldn't give a damn if you had 1 million followers. Just 1 million ignorant motherfuckers. That don't matter to me. Only thing matter the truth is the motherfucking truth. Now, anything other than that, we ain't got to be friends or companions. Because companions come from panis. Panis means to break bread. I ain't never broke bread with you motherfuckers who lying to your own people. My people break bread. You ain't breaking no bread. Therefore, I will go at you motherfuckers every day if you lying. Then you gotta we go. I'm old school, bro. All that new school shit, I ain't with it. I'm old school. In the trap house, break bread or get your ass out of here. That's how we roll. That's just how we are. Break bread, bro. You eat, I eat, we eat together. And we keep it real, right? But if you're not going to keep it real, therefore you're not going to break bread. We already know that. Anybody who don't keep it real don't break bread. They want you to be in denial and in a lie. They want you to be confused, in a lie, stuck in a bad place while they elevating and teaching bullshit. No. We gonna elevate together. We gonna break bread together, these real-time Americans. We ain't got time to be playing with y'all with all that old French-ass knowledge. Put the bread in the chat, man. Put the fucking bread in the chat. We breaking bread over here. We breaking corn, greens, we breaking bread. Put the bread in the chat. Our ancient culture talked about panis, people. Panis. Right? The Latin word for bread or loaf. Right? Our ancient Hebrew culture was talking about panis, which became companion. Breaking bread. Companions break bread. Roll the corn. That's what's going on out here. They come from us. Them hunter-gatherer wasn't breaking no bread over there. They're not not breaking no bread. They too damn petty to break bread. When you see somebody who ain't ate break his bread? When you see somebody who ain't ate in a week split his Subway sandwich? He not finna do that. He finna eat the whole damn sandwich. Right? That ain't our people. We don't come from that. And if we did, we still broke the bread that we had. Y'all wouldn't break it over there. Y'all culture is not our culture, bro. We got one now later. We trying to cut it in half to give it to our cousin. Y'all not doing it over there. It's a whole nother culture. We come from abundance. Them people come from pettiness. We come from abundance. They don't come from abundance. No matter how much you try to make us from Africa, Africa is not abundant. Our people not tall and strong and good skin and good teeth and waves and braids all upside their head. That come from nutrition. It don't come from no lack of nothing. You think your hair gonna go down your back if you ain't ate? No, it gonna fall out. We gotta start getting back to regular sense, bro. Your hair gonna stay short and nappy if you are not nutritious, bro. We over here putting oils and bear oil all in our fucking hair. We got all type of nature's growth. We got growth serums. Ain't nobody got this shit but us. Think about it. Think about who are the nature's people. Think about what your grandma used to do. Your grandmama is putting fucking growth grease in your head, making your hair grow. They wasn't doing that shit in Africa in early 500 years ago. That's some American shit. Hair food and all this shit comes from here. Your grandma wasn't chewing that tobacco, rubbing tobacco on bee stings and the bee sting coming out. That's American shit. Making fig jelly, that's American. Chewing snuff, that is American. We are not no damn Africans. Out there growing that crop in the field. Cooking cornbread, putting a piece of catfish in cornmeal and frying it, that is American. When you seen an African dip a piece of fish in some cornmeal and fry the motherfucker? Dip the okra in the cornmeal and fry the okra. When you seen an African do that? When an African got the bread and dipped it and fried the hush puppy. Y'all seen that shit before? Huh? What the fuck is that? Never, motherfucker. Look, when have you seen the African, right? You ain't gonna see this shit. Popping popcorn, putting butter on it. You ain't never seen no African pop no popcorn in the skillet with the butter, shit coming out buttery and good as hell. That is our shit. Lima beans and black-eyed peas. Why you think our grandma eat black-eyed peas on New Year's? That is tradition of agriculture. You eat the peas for good luck. When you see the African put some black-eyed peas on the stove on New Year's? Never. You ain't gonna never see it. It's not their culture. Your grandma is doing Hebrew shit right in her house. All that flipping them biscuits with the making the bread, throwing the flour in the corn. That's American shit. Them people had flat bread over there. We got big ass loaves of bread. When you seen a motherfucking Indian man with a big ass loaf of bread, he eating that flat ass bread, tortillas and shit. Come on, man. Who put that spice on them crab legs and them shrimp? Your ancestors. All that crab boil and all. You think that crab boil don't come from your ancestors? All them damn crab legs on the damn river piled up as mounds. Your people were eating good before your ass was even thought about over here. You ain't come from no damn Africa. We were eating shrimp and crab legs and fucking lobsters before a hunter-gatherer even knew what the butter sauce on a crab leg was. Yeah, them coastal tribes, big ass shell mittens. Before we eating out there eating good on the beach. Yeah, that old bay came from us, man. Roll the corn. I just had to bring y'all back to reality. These people be acting like we don't know we not from no damn Africa. Ain't no motherfucking way. My grandma over here eating all this American ass, growing all these American crops. Cotton is an American crop. Corn and tobacco is an American crop. Marijuana, an American crop. They found hemp at the mounds of the Hopewell Indians. Hopewell Indians out there smoking good. You think them some damn Native Americans? Roll the corn. We even made clothing out of hemp. Then Egypt started making clothing out of hemp, bro. You better learn your real history. Appreciate the cash out, man. Roll the corn. I ain't gonna hold y'all all day. That's the cash out right there. We know the truth now, man. Appreciate y'all support. Subscribe to my YouTube if you missed the first part of this live. 150,000 likes. Because it's all true. I be talking shit, but I got to talk shit to get my point across. It's just how I am. I love you and I'm in love with you. I'm just your uncle talking shit, but I'm talking the real shit. That's all, man. Right? This how we roll, right? This is our culture. See all of that? Speak proper English and shut your ass up. That ain't how the word is said. I hate people get doing that. That ain't how you say this and that. Bro, listen, bro. The word turned to English anyway, bro. It wouldn't even matter how the fuck I said. You know what I'm talking about. All these proper niggas. It's said like this, truth. Get your ass out the way, man. You don't care. Oh, we know the meaning of the shit. Do I look like an English teacher? Roll the corn. We have to get back to our old ways, bro. They want us to be acting like them. Speaking proper English, wearing fucking half zips. I'm not wearing no motherfucking half zip. Roll the corn. You see me with a half zip on, I'm turning to Professor Truth now. Roll the corn. Y'all like, that nigga that got up in it, man. Fuck Truth. I ain't studying that nigga no more. He can start wearing fucking top hats and goddamn half zippers, polo half zips and shit. That nigga turned to Billy Carson. See, I told y'all the nigga Truth gonna turn to Billy Carson. I ain't doing that shit. Roll the corn. I ain't doing none of this shit, bro. I ain't selling out. I ain't doing no selling out, bro. I'm gonna be talking shit when I'm 100. If I live, I'm gonna be talking, calling motherfuckers hunter-gatherers when I'm 100 years old. Because that's what they are. And I ain't changing the narrative for nobody. We know the truth now. Love y'all, I'm in love with you. Like I said, appreciate the cash out. Subscribe to my YouTube if you have not subscribed to my YouTube. Because when it get to the point that YouTube get to the point to where it's supposed to be, right? That's my cash out. I'm going to get that land, and I'm going to start going out around America helping our people, bro. I'm going to start pulling up, helping our people, all people upside the gas station. People need groceries. I'm just going to start pulling up, blessing, looking out for abundance of my people. Ain't nobody doing it. That's my purpose. I'm going to teach this knowledge and help my people. And put me some corn in the ground. Right? That's what the fuck I'm finna do. It's just simple. I ain't gonna make this hard. I am not gonna make this hard. Start the farm. Let people build their houses on the land. We're gonna go out and help our people all around this land. Simple. See, can we get them some housing, some food? A small farm, something. Somebody gotta lock in with the people, bro. All this old. So that's what I'm on, bro. Roll the corn. Somebody gotta do it who really give a fuck about their people, man. Because a lot of this stuff is just for show. Somebody gotta do it. Why not me? Like the dude who be getting people houses but he do a GoFundMe to do it though. Right? He do GoFundMe to help homeless people and stuff. Gotta get into all of that. Gotta get into all of that. Now, why not us do it for us? That's what we got to do, man. So, like I say, right now I'm working on getting the plot of land where I'm going to build like the truth land where the people come out, build houses. I'm working on that now. But after I get that started, I'm going into helping our people on the streets, bro. Major city to major city, putting it all on YouTube, putting it all on TikTok to show I love you and I'm in love with you. That's what we got to do. And if it come faster than that, it come faster than that. But like I say, patience is a virtue. We're going to keep on rolling every day. We're going to keep doing what we're supposed to do. And it's coming. It's coming. Y'all have a great day, man. Hope y'all learned something today with the lecture. If you missed the first part of it, go to my YouTube. We know the truth now. Subscribe, comment, all of that, bro. These lives getting more powerful and powerful every day because we are starting to understand the truth. Appreciate the cash out, Miss Howard. We are starting to understand the layout of our culture. And once we understand it, ain't no stopping us. They say one person can't do it alone, and I know that's to be true. That's why I want to do it. I'm doing it with my people, right? I ain't trying to do it alone. Somebody asked me that. You gonna do all that yourself? I'm not doing it alone. I got the gang with me now. Don't think the gang ain't with me, bro. The gang with me now. I just ain't called upon the gang yet, but I will call the gang. The gang with me. I just ain't, it ain't time. But it's almost time, y'all. So y'all stick with me, man. I love y'all. I'm in love with you. Roll the corn. We know the